The next one I want to talk about is tips preventing from online cheating. Right now, because of COVID, we're going through a lot of different unique situations, right? Where we're now teaching online, we have to assess online. And one of the things we're hearing is that sometimes kids are not being very honest, are being very proper. So I thought just some things, some small little tips that we could share on helping preventing some of these online cheating. So one thing we could do is, the questions we ask. The number one, emphasize critical thinking and inquiry. So it's not really A, B, C, D answer. It's something that they're gonna have to kind of think and not just find online, but they're gonna have to kind of give their own thought processes in there. So I think just having one of the questions like that could go a long way. Number two, create a classroom culture that discourages cheating, right? We could still always remind them, hey guys, I know it's a unique situation, but we're gonna try our best to not try to cheat and try to be honest as possible. Number three, use peer feedback and daily assignments. If you get some various things where they're gonna have to share with each other, kind of get some of their own personal thoughts, could be small response online where they could just kind of quickly have to make a response, and then so that could be there. So I think that kind of also will help out quite a bit. Number four, have students turn on their computer cameras, and so at least you could kind of see. I know like sometimes you could still put something on the right side and stuff, but again, what we're trying to do is try to kind of prevent some things that can be done. And and there's a few kind of other aspects that as these were four, but I'm gonna kind of give you at least another several more right now, is that select purposely selected assessment methods, right? Kind of really look at what the assessment methods are for which age group and see what could be purposely done. Mix objectives and subjective questions, right? So that kind of helps out when you have subjective questions where it's not so clear cut and they have to go ahead. Use question pool where they have to, there's 4 or 5 questions, they have to pick 2 or 3, so not everyone could be using the same one. Kind of have a certain time to kind of respond to it. All right, and sometimes even when you're having an open book question, then you just make it open book, but that's gonna be more tougher because they know they're gonna be using the open book. So since you kind of say, well, don't use it, sometimes you go like, all right, this is gonna be open book question, but it's gonna be a deeper, tougher question that even when you know that they're gonna use it. Randomize the questions, I think will be here and there, so you can kind of flip things around. The feedback they get, you could get limit feedback on how much and say, look at quick responses, so that way they don't have to take at home to do it. But it's something that's quick enough where they can just kind of quickly respond. Set timers and say, look, you got 10 minutes to respond to this, and there's about 5, so pick any of the 3 questions to get it done. That way it helps them kind of not be enough time to go and ask someone or email someone on the side. Display questions one at a time, so if you maybe go one question, they have to answer it quickly, then get the next question. They can't jump across and say, look, you do this answer, you do this answer. We're gonna all kind of combine it and email back and forth. So kind of keep those things in mind. Create application assignments. I think, if you have different programs, application where that they go into, that they have to email to that specific thing, which it's their work. There's ClassKick where you could see the work that they're doing and they could see it. Like now there's programs where you can see all the screens that everyone's working on. You could see them physically after doing it, so no one can just wait and last minute get it forward and paste it. So those are kind of things. So looking at the different apps and looking at what's out there with your IT team and looking at ways to kind of monitor things as people are doing work. Or now you have a lot of online where you could type in paragraphs and could tell you if that's been something that is cheating or if it's copied by someone plagiarized. So all these things are something that we could all go ahead and do. So keep these things in mind, and hopefully good luck. And don't worry, I know it's a challenge. You're not the only class. A lot of kids might be having that. And it's one of those times where we could hopefully kids can learn, build character in this tough time. So hang in there. Take care.